Okay, can you hear me? Perfect. Okay, so now please raise your hand and keep it high if you're a leader. Keep it. And now, if you think you're a good leader, good ratio. Thank you. I don't have this clicking machine. Is that? Thank you. Okay, so now we have this ratio. My name is Maria Babkiewicz, and today I will share with you some tips that I've learned during my not so long managerial leadering career. Okay, give your energy so they can give it back. This is my first tip. I learned it from my previous manager, Leszek. And imagine, it's January, Monday morning, it's rainy, snowy, dark. We live in Poland, we know how it looks like. Everyone is off energy, there is a daily, and people are so sleepy. They spend more time that they should, and there are no results. 30 minutes wasted. And then comes this manager, joins the meeting, and he's like, "Good morning, how are you? What were you doing during the meeting? The weather is so awful, right?" His voice is really loud, and he gives so much energy. Everyone wakes up in that 1 second. So next meeting, when you feel there's off energy, try it. I think it's not working, but we'll be fine. Be prepared. I should have learned that earlier. And be decisive. In such big companies, sometimes we have this problem that, works now. Thank you. That we all hate people who are not prepared, who are not decisive, who cannot make any decision at all, who replies always with, "I don't know, let me check, I will get back to you later." And this later never comes. Sometimes it comes, but it takes time. No one likes this type of leadership. So, as I said, in big companies, it's sometimes hard to find area where you can make this decision, but you can always try. First thing that I would do as a new manager or manager to a new team is to find the ground when I can be decisive. When my employee asks me about something, I put the headphones on the slide because that was an example I heard of. When an employee comes to me and asks if they can buy new pair of headphones, I can either tell, "Oh, I don't know, I have to check with my manager," or I can tell, "Okay, if it's up to some amount of money, you can do that." That's as simple as that. Find this ground, find this area of decision, and be quick. Quick decision is very often better than no decision, even if it's not the best option. Yep, working. I can't recall my failures. That was the sentence I heard from one of the managers I'm working with. And she was like, very often people ask me what failures I've made, what I've learned from them. And I'm like, I can't remember any of my failures. And why is that? She mentioned she doesn't see failures as failures, but as lessons. And it's easier said than done, but let's try next time we feel like, oh, I've lost something, that was a failure. Let's try to rewrite that sentence and check what's here to learn. My example was that my first recruitment process, and I failed. The candidate didn't accept the offer. I don't know, maybe it wasn't my fault, maybe it was. But he did reject the offer. So what I've done, I improved my recruitment process. I improved the way I'm talking about the project, team, company, and next person accepted the offer. I don't know if that was the reason he did that and first one rejected, but I know I've learned something. And it's easy to say that after months or years, what I've learned, but try to do that immediately. Just after the failure, rewrite this failure into a lesson. Oh, okay. Um, Intuition, following your intuition, is like following AI. It works good for you if you train it. So what is this intuition? It's a form of knowledge that appears in consciousness without obvious deliberation. So it's something we get from the environment, but we are not. Sometimes we don't know that we gather that knowledge, but we have that in our mind. And as I said, the decisions should be quick, very often. So sometimes there's no time to gather metrics, data, and we have to trust this gut feeling. So there's an example. Here we have Michał. Michał has some behavioral issues. He shows a lot of negative feedback all the time, complains a lot. Each one-on-one is just complaining, and he seems to be unmotivated. On the other hand, he is a very talented engineer who resolves complex issues, and he has huge impact on the team, for good or for bad. With complaints, can be for bad. So, what my gut feeling said is that he's far better than what he is presenting right now. I decided he should be not promoted, but his role should be changed. And he became a tech lead. Sounds weird, sounds like a risky decision to give an unmotivated person that responsibility. But it worked. I trusted him. I trusted his feedback and his complaints. It's for a reason. His thoughts were good. I improved how I work with the team, and he stopped complaining because he was right. And when he was heard, listened and heard, and he saw that his feedback has an impact, he changed his behavior. And when you look at the metrics, you can see unmotivated person. If he decides to leave the company, you think you won't miss him. Now I know I would miss him a lot. On the other hand, I said we should train this gut feeling, but this training process should also include verification process. So what it means, I can feel that someone is good at something or feels comfortable with doing certain thing, but maybe he's not. Maybe he's putting so much effort. I cannot imagine how much he's trying. And what's the real life example? So my manager thought, based on some good data, that I love public speaking, that I feel so comfortable on a stage, no stress, And when I told him I'm going to be a presenter at Agile Swarming, he was like, "Oh, yeah, you're so comfortable on the stage." And then I said no. Now he knows I'm putting a lot of effort to be there. And when you hear that voice, it's stress. Okay. The theme of the Agile Swarming is a leader, a modern day superhero. We are meant to be these superheroes. We are meant to be role models. And often we say role model should be someone who embraces his or her strengths and practices their weaknesses. As I said, I consider my public speaking my weakness. So this is why I'm here today. Thank you.